Rolling, motherfucker.
Let's start the show. Welcome to Popcorn on the Macabre, folks. This is Dick. I'm sitting here with the Chatterer.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm very reserved today.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Welcome to the show, sir.
All right. You know, I love every time you bring me onto the show.
Yeah, well, we're about to have a blast. I don't know if you like this movie. I fucking love this movie.
Well,
To let you guys know, we're about to watch Friday the 13th, the final chapter.
well, earlier, I said to you, this Friday the 13th, the final chapter, is the Friday 13th series version of Nightmare 3.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And I agreed with you.
Yep.
It's my second favorite of the series, but my ranking kind of changes throughout the years. Like, as of right now, Friday the 13th final chapter is my second favorite. That may change, but I think this is honestly one of the best slasher films. Like, not just one of the best Friday the 13th films, but I think it's one of the best slasher films in slasher history. And we can talk about that along the way. And,
you want to go ahead and start it?
yeah, I was going to say that about sums up my
Because I don't
intro.
want to waste all this intro talk on, as the actual movie's playing.
I know. We just need to get to it.
Yeah.
I've done enough stroking off here. We just need to blast off.
You were talking about this is your part 2. And I'm guessing number 1, Friday the 13th, is your number 1.
The first one, yeah. So a lot of people will disagree with me on that. But
I have to disagree. Like, I totally get it.
I know you disagree.
But no, I totally get it because it's the first one.
You can blow me just like all the other people that hate on part 1.
Hey, man, get me a little bit more drunk and I might lick the taint.
Might happen.
I might lick the taint. But, no, I respect the first one, Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
But it's such a different movie. And I have
The first one's like a giallo.
Right, but I have so much more fun with this one. This is so much more entertaining.
You like Jason.
And like, well, yeah, where the first one, Jason was just, is it fair to say an afterthought?
Yeah.
Or just was he a plot device, maybe?
He was just a gleam in his mother's eye.
Well, while he was drowning in a lake.
Yeah. Well, the fact, okay, like you said, he is an afterthought because, in part 2, they just brought him in for monetary reasons. They were just like, hey, we need a slasher villain. Let's bring Jason back. And, that's where, it's kind of divisive and polarizing because even Tom Savini didn't like the idea of Jason coming back.
Well, is the first one like a thriller or is it literal slasher?
Well, it's a slasher. I mean, because it basically copied everything that Halloween did. Mm-hmm. And, it started its own thing, though, because really, Friday the 13th, the first one, had so much graphic violence in it that even Halloween copied that shit. Because when Halloween 2 came out, they were like, hey, we need to be more like Friday the 13th. So
now, did Halloween 2 have blood?
Yeah.
But the first one didn't.
Right, it was bloodless, yeah. Mm-hmm. Pretty much. I don't think there was a drop of blood in the
That's
first
what I've
Halloween,
heard. But don't quote me, boy. I ain't said shit.
Yeah. On that note, we're about to play the movie. So you guys,
what version?
Yeah, this is the Scream Factory version. So I don't really think it matters.
Is this the one I have?
Yeah, if you
I
have,
still haven't opened it.
You
it's
haven't
still
opened
in
it
the
yet?
cellophane.
Save that shit. It might be worth some money in the future. Because the Halloween box set is out of print now, and you have that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you unwrapped that, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Oh, dude,
Yeah.
You told me about that. I bought that, watched that, because I never had all the Halloween movies. Because all these franchises, I want box sets that have
Right.
every One of them. I don't care if
the
it has
individual cases.
Yeah, I don't care if it has Freddy versus Jason or the Puppet Masters. I want all of them all the way through the axis.
Yeah, just
and in a box set with cool artwork.
Yeah, to me, it's lazy to just release like a box set that just has like a little booklet inside that has all the discs. I hate that shit.
Like, did Scream Factory do anything with the Child's Play series? Do they have their own group box? Or is it just that stupid one that was like the yellow and it's like got the little CDs but not the cases? You know the one I'm talking about, the good doll version?
That's probably the best version of the Child's Play series.
Yeah, see, I think Scream Factory, somebody needs to pick it up and do legit.
Scream Factory released the first Child's Play.
Can they not get the rights? The other one, is it rights issues?
It might be issues with the rights. Because I know, like, the what's wrong?
Nothing.
Oh.
My dick.
Oh, shit. So anyway, the first Child's Play was released by MGM, I think, or United Artists.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe the sequels were like Universal. Anyway, yeah, it's got to be a licensing issue or something. But anyway, that is neither hide nor hair. We're about to just fucking play this bitch, and so this is the Scream Factory version. It doesn't fucking matter what version you have; should play the same. Anyway, we're about to play it in 3, 2, 1, now.
Yeah, that was a lot of confusion. I didn't have my headset on, knocked over my bong, and I'm pretty much buzzing.
That's what happened. Okay.
Yeah, I was sitting here talking with no headset on. I was like,
okay. I didn't know what happened. I was just like, oh, Chad fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, oh, dude, no. You know what? If you were here with us, guys, I guess don't forget to like and subscribe and share while we start this movie.
Stab the like button.
But if you are like me and you like to hit the bong and get so freaking high that it unlocks... I don't know. I lost my train of thought there. But here we go.
Yeah, it just elevates you, just like watching these movies. It's gonna elevate you. It's gonna take you back to your childhood, as we always say. And as we watch this little retroactive this little montage here, which I think kicks off the fourth movie beautifully.
Now they're telling stories about the past, right?
Yeah,
because that guy looked like the one from part 1, right?
Yeah, this is all just a bunch of assembled footage from like the first movie, the second movie, third movie. It's like catching people up.
What happened to the dog?
Muffin?
Yeah, Muffin.
Muffin, yeah. I don't know, man. There's theories about Muffin. I think Muffin lived. I want to say that Muffin lived, but it could have been a dream sequence.
Okay, so this is the first one. Did they go into the second one also?
Yeah.
Did they catch us up through the first 2 and 3?
Yeah, this is all footage from the second one, pretty much.
Who was it? What about part 3? Is that the one with Willard?
The barn. It's got the barn at the end.
So it's not the one with
And it's
Willard.
got the bikers. Willard.
You know who the guy with the nose?
Crispin Glover?
Crispin Glover.
He's in this one.
Oh, dude, this is the fucking best one.
This one's fucking rock and roll, man. Yeah. Yeah, we're about to watch the best movie of the series.
You're going to hate me for this, and probably everybody else on there.
Series.
But let me know if you agree. Because, I do have to pick partial favorites for the first ones.
Uh-huh.
But I'm sorry. The first one was a completely different style movie. And part 4...
That's what I was just saying a while ago. It's a giallo.
Yeah,
but it is a slasher, but it's not like... Well, I think what you like is you just like Jason.
The energy,
It's like you like that established villain. Like, because Jason does kind of fully become the Jason that we know in part 3. And...
But it's part 3 where he shoots the arrow and then walks off like a pimp.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and 3 is probably my favorite after this one, because it's so fucking cool.
Yeah. Well, the best ones are the first 4. After that,
it kind of goes a little downhill. But that's not to say.
But they have their own. The ones after that have their own little specialties.
That's true. Yeah, because I do like part 5. We just did an episode on that one a few months ago. Check it out.
Dude, Corey
But
Feldman.
part 5's awesome. Part 6 is even good. Part 7, me and you talk about part 7 a lot.
Oh, yeah, because you introduced... I didn't even realize it was telekinetics, and I was all like...
Yeah.
Because I'm into superpowers and heroes and shit.
She's like Carrie.
Yeah, and she's like a super... Well, yeah, okay, let me say Carrie instead of superhero that is going to fight. She's the first foe that can really go toe-to-toe with him because she can do shit that he can't.
Right.
Like, she fights with her mind.
Yeah,
and
she
shit.
levitates
Dude,
shit.
I love that one.
Yeah,
like,
it's great.
When you told me about that, it was like my mind was blown.
Yeah, but it's like the movies did.
Ooh.
I agree with you though. The first 4 are the best because it did seem like the series took a nosedive after part 4. But that's not to say that they're bad movies. It's just that some of them got a little worse.
Manhattan sucks a dick.
We know Manhattan blows. Yeah.
Who's the director of this?
This is directed by a gentleman by the name of Joe Zito.
Joe Zito?
Yeah, and he directed that goddamn...
Is that Italian?
Yes, and he directed that movie with Chuck Norris called Missing in Action. And he also directed a movie that you may know, slasher fans may know, The Prowler. Have you seen The Prowler?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm pretty sure me and you have watched that.
Yeah, The Prowler's good. And it also has special effects by Tom Savini, just like this movie.
What movie back then doesn't have Tom Savini? He built his career off this. Them and Candy.
He did. He actually built his career off Dawn of the Dead, but Friday the 13th did kind of like put him into slasher territory because he started doing a shitload of effects for slashers after F-13.
So what's happening here? Is this directly after part 3?
Yeah, this is like our Michael Bay big budget opening here.
Are they coming to pick him up, the dead body?
Yeah, they're like collecting all the stiffs, and of course Jason's still there.
Man, how do you feel about part 5 where it's the copycat? You think I used to hate it, but I think I kind of warmed up to it.
I like it. I believe I just said that 5 minutes ago that I liked it.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you were listening or not, but...
Dude. I don't know if you're aware, but I'm
perfectly aware.
I'm a beer in, and let me try to hit this again because it was clogged. So give me more excuses.
Yeah, but no, I do
to
like,
not pay attention.
I do like part 5 though.
I used to not.
I didn't either.
I was really offended by it.
Yeah, whenever they reveal that it's Roy, I'm just like, eh. But now what's cool about part 5 is that it has like the highest fucking body count. Even though it's not Jason, it's like, dude, Roy fucking really he won up Jason.
I don't know. It may be the pot and the beer, but I feel like I would have preferred to see him kind of move on with the imposter. You know, the original Jason, like play him as in reality instead of him coming back undead later.
Yeah.
Take this new guy and then morph his story and see what is happening.
Well, it would have been interesting if they would have had Tommy Jarvis become like Jason.
Oh, so Tommy Jarvis then turns bad guy.
Yeah, well,
because traumatic injury.
Well, because you remember at the end of part 5, he had the mask on.
Dude, is that the Echo? Freaking, what do they call it? The Echo Cooler from Ghostbusters? What do they drive around in?
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of that.
So what happened here? He died. How did he die in the last one? Why are they picking him up?
So yeah, this picks up where part 3 left off, and like at the end of part 3, he got the hatchet in the head or the axe in the head.
I like that because it put that cut on his.
Yeah, gave him his infamous notch.
I mean.
And this,
is this where the hand falls?
Yeah, this chick fucking knows he's still alive. She's like, yeah, fuck that shit.
What brings him alive in this one? It's not lightning or something.
He's still alive. He's just still alive.
So he's got an axe in the head and he's still beating.
Yeah, it's like because whenever you'll see here in a few minutes, but when they put him in the drawer,
the morgue
drawer, you can still see like breath coming from his hockey mask.
What kept him alive?
I don't know.
Is he a force of demonic presence, or is he just fucking lucky?
I honestly think what's cool, it's kind of a cop-out from a writing standpoint, but I think what's cool about some of these older slashers is the fact that they were like, yeah, just bring him back. We ain't got to fucking explain it. Yeah, bring him back.
I mean,
I don't know why the producers have to be Italian, but...
Because every producer Italian?
Joe Zito was Italian. So.
Or a Jew?
Yeah.
I mean, Jews get shit done.
They do.
Now, I don't know how many of them are in the music business. Movie business.
Yeah, there's a lot of them in the movie business. Did you see the family back there? There was like a little clip of a mom and a son or something.
Okay, no, I didn't. Really.
I always thought it was kind of weird when I was a kid, but there was it's just like as they were passing by, short little scene of a mom, somebody crying on somebody's shoulder.
Okay.
And I always thought it was the weirdest moment. Apparently, that's like one of the victims' parents from part 3. So,
it's part 3 with the burrito dude. Which one has the burrito dude in it?
That's part 5. The damn enchiladas.
Damn enchiladas.
Yeah.
You know, those lines are classic, but
people are kind of wearing it out now.
Well, let's just be honest. It's also kind of corny.
It was corny, and but it was funny though. Among
I mean, it's a catchphrase that is.
Yeah. What'd you drop now?
I dropped my little thing to pick out my bong.
Oh, this guy right here. Do you recognize Bruce Mahler?
No, but he looks like a rapist.
He's a total rapist. I like how Jason's erection moves here.
Wait, really?
Yeah. But anyway, Bruce Mahler, he was in Police Academy, the original Police Academy. He played Douglas Fackler.
I don't remember him.
Yeah.
I just remember the blonde that was really attractive, and then the guy that carried the big gun.
Yeah, Tackleberry. Yeah. Police Academy's good, man. We need to throw that one on.
It's not horror, though. It's not horror.
Hey, we can break the rules for Police Academy.
It's not horror, man.
Now, this chick, Lisa Freeman, she was in a movie called, and you know this movie, Savage Streets, with Linda fucking Blair.
Oh, yeah. I had that, dude. We watched that, and I immediately went and blotted.
Yeah.
Blotted. I'm sorry, my words are melting into one fashion of a statement.
You did blind that one, though.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I immediately bought that when you showed it to me.
That's got that epic scene where was it John Vernon who's like, go fucking iceberg.
Now, it is a little racy, and I can see where it is probably not liked by today's standards, because, like, don't they rape that little girl?
Oh, dude, yeah. It's
and
fucking,
who's the girl? That's
it's Linnea Quigley.
Linnea Quigley.
Yeah. Well, it's an exploitation film, for one. And it's also directed by Danny Steinman, who is basically 42nd Street in human form.
Okay. And
he was just a sleazebag. And I think everybody kind of knew that.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, yeah, those movies are they're a tougher pill to swallow nowadays. For some, I mean, not for me. I could watch exploitation all day. But for some people, it's just, they don't like it because they just feel like it's just rape, torture, nudity, violence, all kinds of transgressions. You know, whatever you want to say about exploitation. But Savage Streets is that kind of movie. I don't know if they would release something like that nowadays. But, you know, I like it.
I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
Let's think about this.
Yeah.
You know, evidently we're being told that there is a rape culture.
Yeah.
And these movies back then show that.
Yeah.
But I don't fucking know where I'm going from there. But I was trying to make this analogy that, like,
well, there's always,
it's awareness. These movies are making awareness of that rape culture.
I mean, yeah, I don't think any of these movies promulgate that or even like endorse that
and condone it by saying it's an okay thing.
Yeah,
because everybody that does that, don't they end up getting a tragic ending?
Yeah, because most of these movies, even for, now I'm not gonna say all exploitation films, but for most slasher films and some exploitation films, they always had some kind of moral underpinning.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, morals is what you.
Yeah, they were kind of like fairy tales or morality tales in a sense, where it was like, if people did something bad, most of the time they got punished for it. You know.
So what's she doing here now?
Well, she basically doesn't want the dick.
The dick, as in the dude in the other room.
Right, and yeah, she doesn't want Axel's cock. So
Axel, man, that's a cock name.
Yeah. Well, this was also came out the same year as Beverly Hills Cop. Axel must have been a popular name because Axel Foley was.
Dude, if I had the name Axel, I would like have a cock that I could start like a chainsaw.
Oh, dude.
I'm Axel, baby.
Yeah. Dude, Axel would be a rad name.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you'll notice here,
The sleazy.
we may have already missed it,
doctor.
but like, you know how Jason like pushed the
girl.
well, no, you saw the drawer, like the door not fully closed, but you also see his breath like come out of the holes of the hockey mask.
What do you think Jason thinks about seeing this shit? Do you think Jason gets horny?
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. Oh my god, dude, this fucking I love this effect right here. Tom Savini is brilliant.
Now, in this version, is there still a lot of edited violence that was cut out for the
No. Actually no, dude. This movie is not as chopped as some of the subsequent sequels.
Now,
Because Tom Savini, this was actually the last one that actually had a lot of the violence kind of in your face, you know?
earlier I saw the music guy. Who did the music? Was it
Harry Manfredini.
Feedy? That's a very famous name.
Yeah.
He did a lot.
He did. Harry Manfredini would work on all these movies until part 7, maybe?
You know what I will say about these movies in the 80s that I watched?
Yeah.
I thought that this is what the women were going to be like.
Oh,
and
yeah.
when I've got this age, no.
I know.
You can tell these are probably written by men.
I think we mentioned
male
that in
fantasies.
just about every episode.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's these were the women that we fantasized about when we were Tommy's age here.
Yeah, it's like I always wanted the girl to ask me out
Yeah.
to marry me because I wanted her to know that, like, I wanted to feel that she really wanted to spend her time with me.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that made any fucking sense for this.
well, no, I mean, like, but
Can you make the connection out of that?
Yeah, but did you somewhat? But you know, I mean, I'm able to read your mind, so you know.
Well, I need you to translate that for the people that can't.
Yeah. Now, well, what I was going to ask you though, do you think these movies, in any way, or movies that you grew up on, do you think they had anything to do with that? I mean, do you think they gave you some sort of like false expectations?
Yeah, and isn't that what they talk about now on the bad side of it? We watched these movies as kids, and we got false expectations of how
getting laid was supposed to be?
Yeah, or how women, you would think women would be, and how to get them.
So in a sense, you're blaming these movies for your shortcomings.
No, that's God and my small penis.
Well, there you go. And there's the philosophy for this episode.
Or I didn't tug enough before puberty.
Here, dude, all these people are fucking awesome. Every character in this movie, they may be assholes to a degree, but like they're all likable.
Dude, he is such a good actor.
Crispin Glover is amazing in this movie.
He's one of my favorites.
And even this guy is underrated too. Lawrence Monason.
What did he go on to do?
He was in The Last American Virgin.
That's a good movie, but I don't remember him in it.
Dude, The Last American Virgin has one of the best endings in cinematic history.
No,
So, I'll just tell you really quick. Lawrence Monason plays a virgin in the movie, right? I may have talked about this before, but like he spends the whole movie trying to get laid with this girl. She ends up getting pregnant by one of his friends. He pays for the abortion, and then he's thinking, "Oh, this is going to let me in. Like she'll love me now." No. At the very end of the movie, when he tries to hook up with her, she's back with his friend, and he goes out to the fucking car and starts crying. He's literally crying in the car, and then the credits start fucking rolling. Like, yeah. Yeah, dude. Amazing movie because it's so... Are you okay?
No, I'm sorry. I need a timeout. Oh!
Yeah. Well, I'll just keep talking about The Last American Virgin while you...
Carry on, my wayward son.
Yeah, so like... But dude, the credits start rolling with this like this downbeat ending that is completely anti-cathartic. I don't think they could get away with it nowadays at all. But he was good in that because he kind of takes a dramatic turn. You know how he's kind of goofy in this movie?
Oh, dude, I love this character.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That hit still was in my membrane.
Yeah. And, oh, dude, he was also in Mask. You remember Mask with Eric Stoltz?
Is that the mask with Cher?
Yes.
That movie that I was like eludes me.
Yeah, dude. That's a great movie. Lawrence Monahan played Eric Stoltz's buddy.
Isn't it kind of sad?
It's very sad.
I don't like watching movies with like people with, would you
Deformities.
say deformities?
Yeah,
because it hits too real.
It's really sad. Because it's like at the beginning, you know he's gonna die.
But the weird thing is now I like to watch movies that affect emotion of sadness because I don't feel emotion, so I like to find motions through movies that make me feel.
We all need a good cry.
Because I don't feel in the real world, but certain movies can bring out that feel. Yeah. And when you get that feel, it makes you feel alive for once. And I miss that because
true, yeah.
I feel like I have this wall where I don't feel in personal life. But when I watch certain stories,
it elicits certain emotions.
Is this the banana girl?
Yeah, this is the banana chick. What does her sign say in it? Like,
fuck you?
Well, I know what that sign says. Canada and love, I think. Yeah. Canada and love. Does that mean that, like, she gives blowjobs for rides? I always felt sorry for this chick. Like, she just wanted to eat a fucking banana. Like, she's just
okay,
chilling.
Is it wrong with me that I just think she's kind of not well put together?
Well, yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, but I mean, you don't feel bad for her, though? This is kind of an arbitrary killing here. There was no need to kill her. She's just having a snack.
Yeah, but she's on his land. He's very territorial.
He is, yeah. What were you saying about movies that made you cry? We don't have to delve into that too much, but
well, like I mentioned to you that this is off subject. That movie, Life Itself.
Yeah,
it makes me feel alive.
Okay,
and it's a very sad story.
So nothing in real life would really pull the tears out. You have to watch. Like, do you get that feeling like when you listen to music, or does it have to be a movie?
But like movies, certain movies can bring back an emotion that I feel like I'm emotionally dead to.
Yeah.
Okay, and when it does that, it makes me feel alive for once.
Yeah.
And so, like, as I go about my real world, I may not necessarily feel alive because I'm not sensitive to subjects or sadness or how somebody's feelings. Yeah. But when you watch a movie that really affects you and makes you sad and like I'm gonna have to plug Life Itself. Like, that is a wild ride, and if you do not feel human and sadness by the end of that movie, you're a motherfucker.
Yeah,
you
you have no heart.
You have no heart.
I'll tell you what too, as I get older, I cry not over sadness, but I cry over happiness. Like those movies that are like really joyous, and it really shows like humans like triumph, like against like insurmountable odds, or if it's somebody that's like just been beaten down their whole life and then something finally good happens in their life. Like that shit makes me kind of emotional more nowadays.
All right, so what's happening here now? They're all joining up at the house?
Yeah, let's get back on subject here. This is Mrs. Voorhees. Or no.
Mrs. Voorhees?
No, Mrs. Sorry, man.
Am I going to have to clonk you in the head with your club?
Sorry, I need to get back on the clock here. This Miss Jarvis. Looking at these kids.
Who are any of these actresses? Ever go on to do anything?
She did.
Which one? The sitting down filing?
Judy Aronson. She went on to do Weird Science.
Oh, dude, that's one of my favorites.
Yeah.
That girl?
Yeah, remember she was one of the babes from Weird Science.
So she's not the chick, but she's one of the ones that are interested in the girl. What do you think the music in this?
Yeah, the composing. Remember the babes? They were like the high school babes.
That they were trying to set them up. That she was trying to set them up with.
Right.
What do you think about the score in this?
I love the score in this movie.
How often do you think they use the music to build in sense? Do you remember the last few?
Wait, build incense?
Dude.
Build suspense, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, Harry Manfredini, what I like about his score is that in every single Jason movie, he switches it up a little bit. Like, there's still consistency in terms of, like, the tone of his score, but he switches, his melodies are different, and he plays, I don't know, they're all different. I can't explain it. We'd have to get Rocky over here to talk about that, but it's like, they're all different. Like, they all have, like, the...
Well, does he sprinkle it in here? It's not like, like an actual score that builds suspense. His is more just like.
Well, that's when he's building suspense. He does the.
But doesn't
he
use
does
anything else.
But when like the scenes get really elevated,
Mm-hmm.
like during the end when Jason's like chasing people,
Mm-hmm.
that's when the score really changes. Like it's almost like he gets a theme or a certain feeling or tone for whatever the movie feels like from scene to scene, and then he takes his original Friday the 13th score and does different variations of it. It's hard to explain, but anybody who knows the music from one scene,
So he's no
to the
fucking
next,
goblin.
right? It's like, well, I don't know what you meant by that, but in part 3,
Well, they use a lot of exotic music throughout.
sure,
Like almost every scene, like as they're chasing, you get this like chase feel. In this, you're more or less
Yeah.
getting the kill, kill.
yeah, but that's during the slow parts, like when like Jason's like in the bushes, but.
Does he
You
use
notice-
any other keyboards or songs throughout it, or is it just that?
It's just that, but he's weaving that kind of into his original score, and then because I guess for people that have watched the first one, the second one, now the first two movies kind of have a really similar score, but they're slightly different. In the third one, he went with that disco shit, but he still
Disco shit.
yeah.
Can you hum this for me?
No.
Come on, Matt Pill of movies.
Who is Matt Pill?
You.
Matt Penfield.
You can literally mimic and make things.
Well, you know the theme from the third Jason movie, the boom, 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 boom.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is he like discos?
It's pretty funky.
Is
yeah.
John Travolta in there?
I mean, he should have been.
What if
But
John Travolta took out Jason?
oh, this is one of my favorite shots right here. I love that shot of the asses. Just to let you guys know where we're at. We're at the part with where it shows the girls' asses.
Okay, who's your favorite character in here?
I really like Corey Feldman because I related to him when I was a kid.
Okay, I agree. Okay, let's go the second and third favorite characters. I
like these guys.
Yeah, I identified as the virgin here.
Yeah.
He is a virgin, right?
Yeah.
Kristen Glover, or he's unique. That would have been me.
Yeah. It's like he is a virgin, but when he like loses his virginity, he becomes kind of a dick.
Oh my gosh. This movie. Dude, I remember when
Yeah,
these two
twins.
chicks rode up, I felt things in my pants that I didn't know what it meant.
These things in your pants, what were they?
My balls pulled tighter. My schlong got brighter. Next thing you know, I'm blowing
Your schlong
everything.
got brighter.
Yeah. I'm blowing
Look at
everything
this
out my
dude's-
bladder.
Dude, look at this dude's coochie cutters, man.
You know, I thought about wearing some coochie cutters.
That dude, this got some short shorts on, man. I would never be able to rock that look.
I want to spice things up. I think I'm gonna cut my jeans off right here.
I mean, if you can pull it off, go for it. I would never be able to rock that. Chicks would be like, "Oh my god, look at his cellulite."
if it's anything like those jean shorts I had that were cut off at the knees, and Leslie was like, "Yeah, these gotta go."
Yeah, and those were fairly long too.
Yeah, and she told me they were cool when I bought them, but
Yeah.
in the back of her mind, she's all like, "Yeah, I don't like this, but I'm
Yeah,
gonna tell him I do."
And they were just like cut off right at the knee, right?
Yeah, I felt really hipster. And let me tell you, when you start to go down hipster, that hipster style of clothing,
It works for some people.
yeah,
but
and
that
you
would-
have to
but-
be under the age of 35.
Yeah, but yeah. Can you imagine me in some fucking skinny jeans? No.
So what's going on right here now? Who's this chick?
So this is Sarah, and I was about to look her up. Her name was Barbara something.
Did she go on to do anything?
That's what I was going to look up. I don't think she went on to do much, but I always liked her.
Like,
Because she's kind of like the version of Crispin Glover here.
dude, who cares if she never went on to go do anything else? She is in one of the most iconic movie franchises that will go on forever.
Wait, what now?
The chick that just went in the water, you said she didn't go on to do much.
Are you talking about Judy Aronson here? Or,
I guess, whichever one that went in first.
well, those were the twins. Yeah. No, I was looking up, what's her name? Sarah. She's like the female version of Crispin Glover's character because she's kind of like a nervous virgin
Nerd.
type.
Okay.
What is her fucking name? Okay,
You know if that
Barbara
was,
Howard.
you know if that was me with those twins that just took off their clothes, I'd be the dude that gets in the rope swing but doesn't take off his clothes.
Yeah, I know. Well, even Crispin Glover's here. Crispin Glover here is like,
Yeah, I wouldn't even go that far though.
He's like, no, we have no suits.
But in all actuality, at this time, this was probably me. I'm just not as smart or cool as
I know.
him.
I like how. See, I related to Tommy Jarvis because he was horny throughout the whole movie. Like
horny.
Yeah, he's just like seeing naked teen asses everywhere, and he wants to be part of that group. See, when I was a kid, I wanted to be these motherfuckers. Like I was like, dude, I hope that this is what high school is like.
Boy, was that a rude awakening.
Yeah. It was nothing like that.
And even when you get out of high school, you're still in high school now with social media. We can't escape it.
We can't escape it. And you notice that, like, even when we went to parties, they weren't that crazy. Mm-hmm. Like, you would go to a party thinking that people would just start stripping. And look, we went to our fair share of parties where people did get kind of drunk and belligerent and stupid. And, but it was never this fun. Like, we never had, like, nobody got killed, first off.
Well, anyways, hold on that thought because I'm going to cut you off.
Okay.
I'm hearing music other than the Freddy theme. So, Framini or whatever his name is interplaying. Did you hear it?
Well, yeah, this is an undertone, yeah.
Yeah. I like how it sets it. It's setting that suspense.
And to correct you, it's the Jason theme, not the Freddy theme.
Dude, whatever the fuck. I'm under the influence of beer and a pot.
Yeah, the pot.
The pot, yeah.
You need to get off the pot, son. You need to get off that pot.
For some reason, this movie also... remember earlier, I thought you had said Friday or Nightmare 4? So this movie kind of confuses. Confuses. If you could help me come up with the definition of confuses.
What now? Okay, what were you trying to say?
I fucking don't know.
Oh, no, earlier you thought I was talking about Nightmare 4.
Yeah, earlier.
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know, dude. I forget every 3 seconds.
Okay, this chick right here, though, Sarah,
mm-hmm.
I was looking her up, and she was in Falcon Crest.
Oh, dude, I used to watch that show.
Apparently, she did some work on that. But I don't think she went on to much.
I'm just letting you know I just hit a somewhat of a hit that I'm not used to because of my lung capacity. I might seriously start to freak out here later.
Well, hopefully this movie will make you freak out. It gets pretty intense later.
Yeah, I know, dude. I remember, dude. I like Corey. I like Corey when he starts to bald his head and be like, Satan. I mean, Jason.
Yeah. Satan Voorhees. Yeah, I like how he's like...
Now, that's
like
his
real
sister,
smart.
right?
He knows everything, man. He knows how to work on cars, build masks. Like,
was that his sister there in the car?
Yeah, Trish.
He's like the real man that we should have been taught how to do.
Like,
I hope you can connect something from that worm of thought.
Are you talking about Rob Dyer here, or are you talking about Tommy Jarvis? Okay,
like, dude, he knows how to do a lot of shit. Like, I wasn't like him.
He's like building robots and shit, and
at that age, I was fucking stuffed animals.
Yeah, I didn't know.
You don't know where to go after that one, dude.
Well, not really.
And I didn't use lube. I just cut a hole in their buttholes and slid it in.
Okay, so... but
like, I'd be watching some kind of, like... What was that prison movie on HBO? And I'd be fucking the shit out of Teddy Bear.
So, Tommy Jarvis...
That's a hard one to follow.
Yeah, no. I was going to say, so you didn't work on cars like Tommy Jarvis. You didn't,
No, I was making
solenoids.
I was making see-through models of humans and chicks.
Oh, man.
Like, I don't think I got into music even until, like, my 16th birthday party.
Yeah, it's like I had interests, and hobbies, but I didn't have skills
or direction.
Right.
And it like I have a direction. Like my friends will have to tell me to just shut up and lay because I can pester them and be like, "Hey, let's go do this. Let's go do this." Because I feel like I have a drive. I feel like I've always kind of be trying to drive to do something.
Mm-hmm. Do you recognize this chick right here? His sister Trish.
I don't know, but she's not wearing any shorts.
She's not. She was in a movie called Massacre at Central High.
Isn't there something to this cabin in this movie? Did they build this and it's like more of a bigger cabin, or was that in one of the other movies?
Oh, well, they've used this cabin several times. This cabin here was actually featured in the movie My Girl 2.
Oh man, is it any good as part 1?
That's okay. Yeah.
What do you think he's going through his mind right now? What he's like?
He's either like, this kid is fucked up or this kid is super awesome. I know when I was this age, or when I was Tommy's age, and I saw this movie, I was like, dude, this is super sick. Like, I wanted to make masks and shit, but I didn't know how, man. Once again, it goes back to, like, having all these interests and hobbies, but
finding somebody to show you how to do it.
Yeah, it's like, because back then we didn't have YouTube. You know,
well, I'm not a person that can learn from reading, so I actually have to have that person there show me.
Kind of like learn by example.
Yeah, I have to be in the... And I'm not a learner through reading.
Yeah. Well,
dude, Corey Feldman's one of my favorite actors until he like hit puberty.
Yeah. What would you say was the last movie that Corey Feldman did that you...
I don't know. Can you tell me one? I just know of like Lost Boys, this.
Okay, what about Dream a Little Dream? Did you like that one?
I don't think I've seen it.
That's kind of
sounds familiar, but
that's kind of when I started like losing interest in Corey Feldman a little bit. That's Dream a Little Dream was the one where he was acting like Michael Jackson.
Well, what's his most popular movies? Did he did some with Haim, right?
Yeah, and I honestly think that License to Drive was probably his peak.
Yeah, I agree.
Because he did like a string of really good movies in succession. Like when you think of like Gremlins, you think of The Goonies, Stand By Me.
Dude, I gotta cut you off.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
This is the fucking best dance sequence of this movie.
Yeah. And people...
He gets killed, right? I felt sorry for him.
Of course
like, that's who okay.
He's kind of a dick later on, but...
Me in junior high and high school, that's me.
That was you, yeah.
That's me.
I know that was you. This
is
totally you.
I could never get the girls.
But he does, though. He does get one of the twins. It's actually Teddy that doesn't get the girl. You know, they kind of fool you with...
Teddy Ruxpin?
Well, they kind of fool... His buddy, Ted...
Grubby?
They kind of fool you, and they make you think that... See, like this dude? Mm-hmm. They make you think that he's the suave one, but it's actually Crispin Glover who's got the skills.
Yeah, because he's got the attitude. He's got the
charisma.
The spark. Yeah, the charisma.
Yeah. Whereas Teddy's just like in full-on rape mode here. Like, Teddy just wants to rape.
He's the one that wants to do it, but doesn't understand how to do it.
He's not smooth enough. Like, you can't just attack him like that. You gotta, you gotta work your way in there.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention to them, not expect them to pay attention to you.
Exactly. And here we have Judy Aronson getting insanely jealous of Paul here.
Can I say, has anything ever happened like this to you?
You'd have to be a little more specific.
Where like chicks are swinging around, picking up. Because I had a very interesting encounter that I can't talk about. And it was the crazy experience of my life. But like, I didn't think there was people out there.
Yes, I've been, when it happened, it was, it normally involved liquor. And it always happened at some kind of gathering or party.
See, I never drank.
Yeah.
I drink lightly now as I'm a 40-year-old adult.
Yeah.
When you're supposed to drink responsibly.
Well, we were kind of late bloomers, we didn't drink much until we kind of reached a certain age. Like,
and then I didn't start psychedelics until my mid-30s.
Right, yeah. We were always
quit my job and was like, hey, let's do psychedelics. And then my thoughts are all like, you fucking loser, how are you gonna make money?
Yeah. Well, when you're on psychedelics, you don't care about that shit. You're just like, oh, let's discover the universe.
It unlocks something for me.
Yeah. It knocks all the gateways down in your brain.
It's like, what's stressing you? Oh, yeah, motherfucker, it's this.
Yeah.
And it's you.
It makes you look at yourself.
It is you.
I like this little scene right here with these dudes. Where he's like really telling him what to do, but Jimmy knows what to do. Crispin Glover's all like, he thinks that's funny. He thinks that's a funny thing he's doing.
He stuck his hand through his pants. I still do that to this day, but I just use my thumb.
Yeah, yeah.
Because any other finger makes it look too exaggerated.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, dude, I've been in situations like this, but not
with all those chicks. It was just a bunch of dudes.
Well,
I know when we went to throw parties,
yeah,
ended up more cock there than vag.
Than vag, yeah, exactly. Like, and I never had like a steady girlfriend that like Paul here. Like Paul's got Samantha here, that chick, and like he has her, but like he's openly hitting on the twin girl. Is it Tina? Yeah. It just never made much sense to me. It's like, dude, you got this hot chick right here that you could totally have at any time. And he just, he's going after the twin. That's just part of being young.
And these clothes work
full
better.
Of hormones.
I feel like these clothes work better than the other Friday the 13th movies.
Yeah.
I guess maybe it was where I was at. When did this come out?
This came out in 84, so this was like...
Oh, fuck, I was like 3 years old, so that means I saw it probably 10 years later.
This was like right when Van Halen and Madonna and shit were taking off, so like things were getting a little more stylish around this time in the 80s.
Yeah.
But
here
this
they
guy
are.
Right here,
They're all matching up to shack up with a bunch of cock fuck-ups.
Okay.
I don't know what that means, guys. Pardon me. Exorcise the demons of the cock fuck-ups from me. I need help.
Dude, this guy right here, not him, but Paul, reminds me of Steve Guttenberg.
The black guy? Not the black guy, but the guy.
No black guys in this, are
the black guy, or the guy wearing all black. Is his attitude now changed and he's wearing black because he's disgusted?
Well, he's been wearing black, but
has he? Okay, I thought
but
his
attitude has changed though, because he's not getting laid.
Yeah, I see him a little darker.
Yeah, he's brooding. He's very pissed off because.
But see, if that was okay, sorry, finish. If he's very pissed off, what?
I don't know. What was I saying?
I don't know, but I was gonna say if I was that dude and I was that frustrated, xnxx.com.
Sexually frustrated, yeah.
Uh-oh. Is she
Can you imagine back then, though, not having the internet? But that would have been such a better time. Things were less complicated then. That was back when you just got phone numbers.
And girls were so excited when you were up front and flirted. It was like this really, dare I say, dirty flirting?
Well, and they were waiting for you to call. Like, you remember those days where, like, girls would just be waiting by their phone?
But okay, but let me take you to some philosophy from my childhood.
Okay.
Like in my...
Well, we're missing this scene right here. I don't really...
Okay, time out.
I don't care much about your philosophy.
Is this the harpoon scene?
Yes. It's getting close to that.
But this isn't the walk, though, is it? He shoots the harpoon and then casually walks away with the pimp walk?
That's in the third one when he does the sea walk.
Okay.
Or the pimp
so this one's better.
The pimp walk, yeah. He does, man. In part 3 when he strolls off.
You're totally going to make me forget what I was talking about earlier.
Well, was it really important?
I don't know now,
I'd like to think it was, but just hold that thought until...
Dude, that thought's already gone. My thoughts go by like seconds.
Yeah. This was such a good...
Oh, he comes up with the pitchfork.
Well, I think it's just like the machete.
Okay, so it's not a trident or some bullshit.
No. He used the pitchfork a lot in the third one. But...
So is this the equivalent to the Halloween movie where Michael is using shotguns and other elements to kill people?
Oh, was that part 4?
Whichever one, dude. Matt Pinfield in my movies, man. You correct me.
He impaled that dude with a shotgun in the fourth one.
But didn't every time he killed somebody, it was a little different?
It was kind of...
Didn't he use weapons on everybody?
It got goofier. Part 4 got goofy because he I remember he impaled a dude with a shotgun. He like stabbed somebody with his thumb. Like, it got kind of crazy. But see, Jason always kind of stayed consistent. He was always using, I don't know. For the most part, he used the machete, pitchfork.
Now, I may have missed you earlier, but who is this? What's her real name?
Judy Aronson here.
And she went on to do greater things?
Well, she went on to Weird Science. And
my favorite movie.
Yeah, and she was in, God, man, what? She was in, I have to look it up. Now Paul realizes he fucked up.
You know who he looks like? He looks like from one of the sketch comedies, like Reno 911. Like that group of, was that the state that did that? Or who are the people that went to Reno 911? What did they do before?
All those people from the state. Yeah, but yeah. Who does he look like from the state?
I don't know, the one that wore the cutoff jeans all up high.
Oh, Dangle. I think he totally looks like Steve Guttenberg.
Oh, man, she's put that shit to the side.
She is moving on to her next...
Dude, look how big their
next project.
Look how big their clothes they wore.
I know, man.
I'm sorry, that's not attractive to me.
Really? You don't like that?
No.
Well, you know, this look is kind of coming back.
And I'm glad I'm married.
Yeah. I've noticed that some chicks are starting to wear the like the stuff that's like really waist high, or like it's like up to their midriff, you know.
So you think Crispin Glover's, did I even say his name right?
I think so.
Do you think he deserved to die in this?
Yes.
He's a good character. What has he done wrong?
Well, he's a dick.
Tell me what he's done, dick.
Because as soon as he gets laid, dude, he thinks he's like the best fucking thing since sliced bread.
But and you gotta think of what he's coming off, dude. Those chemicals in his brain. He just lost his virginity, right?
I know, but he goes down there like when Ted's all like Ted doesn't get laid, which I suppose is his own fault. But that part, you know,
but wasn't Ted teasing him?
Yeah.
So he has all that opportunity.
He's like, yeah, but he like rubs it in later, and he's like,
shit, I would too, man. I just got my dick wet.
Yeah, and he's like, why don't you run this through your computer, teddy bear? And then he's like, I was great.
Man, just give Teddy.
He's just a cock. Everybody in here is. I'm not saying
who's Teddy Bear? That guy right there.
Yeah,
dude. Just give. Fuck, I don't know what I was gonna say.
Well, Teddy's a good character. They're all good characters. Crispin Glover plays a good character. Like, he's interesting, but he's just kind of another dick.
Man, I just don't want to see him as a dick. I like his character, so I guess that means I'm a dick.
Well, but you're also forgetting that in a slasher movie, you got to die. When you have sex, you just got to die.
But you know what? What if he didn't penetrate? What if he was too scared to penetrate?
Well, then he might have lived. I don't know.
Well, I think somebody needs to put that in there, where the guy like thinks he goes all the way, but he just couldn't penetrate.
But see, I think you like Crispin Glover so much that you just didn't want his character to die because he plays him so well and in an interesting manner. But you got to think, Jimmy, the character Jimbo, he's a prick. He's got to go. You'll see later. He just kind of gets really cocky.
No, dude, he just got laid.
Although I will tell you, when I first saw this movie, I didn't think he was going to die. I really didn't. I actually thought he was going to be one of the final people, you know?
Mm-hmm. It was, dude, he just got laid. Dude, when I first got laid for the first time, I was like 21, and it was kind of on a birthday with my best friend, and it was the greatest thing. After I came out of there, dude, I felt like a champion.
Oh, yeah, it's amazing, but
now I'm trying to correlate.
But you also didn't have Jason Voorhees stalking your ass.
That's yet to be determined.
Had you been in a slasher film, your ass would have been dead.
They always die for having sex. They don't really use the drugs, do they?
Yeah, they're smoking weed and shit. Here's Rob Dyer. I like how, like, when his character was first introduced, he was like, Rob Dyer.
Now, you may have gone over this before, but did he go anywhere else?
I don't recognize him from much.
Okay, so he fell in the pothole of life.
Well, I'm not saying that. I'm pretty sure he's done some stuff, but I'd have to look him up.
Is Jason about to get a machete from him?
Yeah, I think he steals something from him. Maybe.
What do you think of the mask of him in this? I know I haven't really seen it great yet, but I know I'm gonna like the cut from the axe.
Yeah,
that was one of my favorites.
He's got the notch in the mask. It looks cool. Honestly, I like the mask from the third movie a little better, but this one still looks cool.
I will say also, spoiler alert: in the end of this, the mask comes off.
Oh yeah, comes off in almost every movie. Except for, let's see. You don't, well, I suppose his mask, he's maskless in part 6.
But he's great.
His mask doesn't come off in Jason Goes to Hell, though. I just now thought of that.
The composer here is doing really good.
Oh, yeah. This is more like, this sounds more like the score from part 2, like the first 2 movies. Yeah, see, I think Jason took his harpoon or some shit.
Oh yeah, I think.
Supposedly that house right there, that's like a facade. That's not even like a real house.
Oh, so it's just a fake wall.
Yeah.
What sucks is like I was this character, but then like when they did that, I can remember like laying in bed. And the girl got naked, and I was in my denim, and I was like, I gotta go downstairs to the couch. so I feel like that's what this Danny Glover character...
Danny Glover.
Danny Glover. What the fuck his name is?
Yeah.
What is the fuck his name?
Crispin Glover.
Danny Glover.
Yeah, next you're gonna say Donald Glover.
Well, I hope everybody, when they hear Danny Glover, picture Danny Glover. But Danny Glover would have bitch slapped. I think Danny Glover would he would have called in fucking Mel Gibson, and they would have fucking murdered them.
Danny Glover would have been the protagonist of this movie. Danny Glover would have been the Rob Dyer character, except he wouldn't have died.
Now this coming up here, this is a fast kill sequence, isn't it? Don't they kill a few here real fast? Crispin Glover is going to die here, right? Somewhat pretty soon, within the next 15, right?
Pretty soon, but the next character to die would be this girl, the Terry, the sister Terry. I don't know what these girls went on to either. I was trying to think of if I'd seen them in any other movies. I know they were like the...
Who? That girl and that girl?
Those twins, yeah.
So that was 2 girls in bed?
No.
Or was that a dude and a girl?
No, the twins.
Now, do you think this is on the same Crystal Lake, just on another part of it?
Yeah.
Because you got Corey's house, this house, and wasn't there some other houses in the other ones that just kind of go around the lake?
I think every movie, I believe, is set around Crystal Lake.
But it's just a different house on the lake.
Except for the 8th one, as we know.
In
Manhattan. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that one. But yeah, I think, all of them are pretty much around Crystal Lake. In part 6, they tried that Forest Green shit, but we all know it was Crystal Lake.
Wait, what? Forest Green?
Yeah, in part 6, they had like renamed it, but it was pretty much Crystal Lake.
Oh, well.
Ted is fucking higher than fucking a Georgia pine.
Man, my fucking little pick is gone.
What happened?
My little pick that I was cleaning my bowl out with is gone.
Oh, shit.
I want to load another bowl for these fine gents.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be around here somewhere.
People...
I like this dude. This guy, Peter Barton. I don't know if we've talked about him, but he's got like that perfect chiseled face, Mm-hmm. He's like the dude that...
so you're saying
every guy wants to be.
So this is the guy that you envy.
Well... Yeah, I mean...
Because every guy has that guy. This guy isn't it for me, but this guy's it for you.
Dude, he's suave as fuck, man. He could pull any piece of ass he wanted to.
See, the guy that gets me is like freaking Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
Like...
Well, and Peter Barton was kind of a heartthrob around this time. I mean, I'm not going to say he was Brad Pitt, because he wasn't that famous. But he was doing like... Peter Barton was doing some soap operas and shit around this time. I want to say maybe The Young and the Restless. But he was also in that movie Hell Night. You remember Hell Night with Linda Blair? That's a good movie.
What year?
1981. Hell Night.
1981.
I thought you had Hell Night for some reason. I was thinking.
Oh wait, is that the ghost one that go up
Yeah,
to
where
the
they're
hotel?
all they're staying
Yeah,
at.
I got that, dude. Yeah,
Well,
that's
there's-
that's totally 1981. What year do you know? Or month? That could have been.
I don't know what month.
I was born in 81, so
Yeah.
like I bought a movie that I was born in 81.
Yeah, but it's the one where they're all staying at like Garth
There's-
Manor,
Yeah, and it's
and they
they
all
think
have
it's
like
hotel.
they're at a
they
Halloween
think
party at
it's
the
a
beginning.
hotel. Yeah, they're all staying at the hotel. They think it's a hotel.
No, it's Garth Manor.
Yeah, I know, but my tongue's tied so fight. And I'm about to load another bowl.
Yeah, go for it.
What's happening right here now? This chick is she getting suspicious?
This is Miss Jarvis toweling off for the 40th time in the movie.
Miss Jarvis, is that the Corey Feldman's mom?
That's the mom. Yep, and she's about
Dude,
to,
she's pretty
to die.
badass, right? She doesn't die.
She dies. Yeah,
She does.
yeah. And there's an interesting scene at the end that, well, it's not in the movie, but they have a deleted scene that I wish they'd have kept in the movie because it's fucking morbid, dude. It's like it's kind of scary. I wish they'd kept it, but I bet it was too dark.
Mm-hmm.
I bet the MPAA were like, no, because
Look,
it's pretty macabre.
I spent more weed on my clothes than I have my bong.
Shit, things are just falling apart over there, aren't they?
Yeah, this beer really put me 2 sheets to the wind.
Yeah,
Oh, I think this is the best sequence. Is this when he starts to attack the cabin?
it's just when Miss Jarvis dies, but it's an
We
off-
haven't really seen Jason
this
yet.
is an
People are
off-screen
dying.
death. Yeah, no, you haven't really seen Jason like full fledged.
Yeah, it's like a mystery. It's almost like the first one, right?
Yeah, yeah, because you don't really. I mean, you know it's him, but you just don't know like what he looks like yet.
What had Corey Feldman doing around this time?
Around this time, he was working on.
Did he already do Goonies?
Hadn't done Goonies yet. He was probably really close, but he did this around the same time as Gremlins.
Gremlins. Okay. When did he do Lost Boys? Later on in his career?
Yeah, a couple years later. See, I like this chick, Sarah.
You're just attracted. She's very cute.
She's very nice.
This is what I thought women were going to be like in their teenagers and their like early 20s.
I know. Yeah, she's all modest and
Yeah,
cute, you know.
when I started dating girls that I thought were going to be like that, they came out of the shower wearing sweatpants.
Yeah, they're all tatted up and then they fart all over you.
Hey, I mean, I'm flatulence.
That's the reality of it though. It's like we see kind of like girls in these movies and we're like, oh, look at her, she's so elegant and she's so ladylike, you know. And then in real life, I'll put it to you like this: it's never what you think it's gonna be.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And when I started getting a girlfriend, like I thought I was going to spontaneous combust because I would hold my farts in. And I'm 100% believer if you hold enough farts in for long enough, you're going to ignite yourself.
It could happen. Yeah, I could see that.
But that all went out the window when I came home for the first time when we were living together, go upstairs, and my wife's taking a shit with the window open or the door open.
Yeah.
That breaks it.
Yeah, pretty much.
And it desensitizes you after that. But
Yeah. Well, that happens in every relationship. Eventually, you just get to that point where you start burping and farting all over each other.
Now, was there something to this movie and Corey Feldman? Was it supposed to be filmed in his backyard or something, or is that the next one?
That's the fifth one, yeah. They filmed it either in his neighbor's backyard or his backyard.
Do you think he was riding high during this? Like, if it was me at that age, dude, I would have thought I was the coolest little prick around.
I'm pretty sure he thought that anyway.
Yeah, because he goes on to make Corey Haim and they get into drugs, right?
I believe so, yeah. They were offered probably some of the best drugs around this time.
Do you think they were the greatest child actors of this era?
Of this era, yeah. Yeah, definitely. No doubt.
Well, what about the...
I don't know, man. I was just watching this thing on River Phoenix the other night. Now, he and, like, people like Ethan Hawke, you know, like these child actors, like, they were really good. They were, like, seriously good actors. I might put Corey Haim up there. Corey Feldman, to me, was a good actor. Like, they were fun.
Dude, Corey Haim...
They were really fun.
Corey Haim, Corey Feldman in Lost Boys.
Yeah, and License to Drive. Mm-hmm. License to Drive. Oh shit, Rob, slow down, Rob. Yeah, what are you trying to do? Kill her?
Now, how'd they get out here? They just camping in the woods? Was that the whole synopsis of this?
Huh?
Camping out in the woods.
They rent the house. Are you talking about the teenagers?
Yeah, you gotta remember my brain forgets every 10 seconds.
Oh, I'm with you. I will catch you up.
Well, what's funny...
I'll bring you up to speed.
Well, what's funny when we do these and we watch them, like, we have a little audio running, but it's hard to tell. Mm-hmm. So... when I'm watching these things...
Well, and once again, I forgot to turn on subtitles for you.
Yeah, but like, it's almost like I create my own story.
Yeah, I know. Well, I figured you had seen this one several times.
I mean, I have, but
yeah, I know what you mean.
You know, I can't even fucking remember an actor's name, lyrics and shit. It's more like what I see on TV. That's
what you got me for, man.
Yeah, I'm the plot... I like plot devices and just setting up scenes.
Story elements and stuff like that, yeah. I'll be the name guy. You're
the one that keeps me up with the meaning, I guess, or the what's really going on.
Well, I catch you up on all the factoids and shit, but you do know his name, right? I mean, you.
Yeah, that's the rat guy, Willard.
Well, yeah, but you know his real name,
Crispin Glover. Now.
Yeah. So you remember that? You remember his name?
Yeah, but that dude went on to become a great actor.
Yeah, he became famous. So it's like you remember a lot of the famous people, but. Like, some of the people that I mentioned are, I guess, a little more on the obscure side.
Yeah, he went A-list, right? I mean, would you say he went...
kind of A-list.
Or is he still under it?
He was trying to kick David Letterman in the face. Yeah, I would say that's pretty A-list.
Whoa, he kicked him.
Okay, now, see right here? See how dickish he's acting?
But see, this dude didn't have faith that he could fuck. So
he's telling him, hey, congratulations.
Yeah, but earlier, did he not think he could do it when they were in the back of the van?
I think he believed in him. He was
just... You think?
He was giving him hell, calling him a dead fuck, so he would, so his balls would drop.
I guess I perceived the character as being more of a kind of a bully friend. You know how you have friends, and they kind of keep other people that could be dorky so they're cool, but they like to take pop shots at the... uncool one. Yeah. So he's like, you're not cool, you can't get laid, and
it's because they really have that inferiority complex. Yeah,
right. I mean, is that a true thing here?
But look how dickish he's acting here when he can't find the
dude
corkscrew.
He just fucking lost his virginity. His mind's blown. He's dumb.
Yeah. Oh, he's about to get it. Bam.
I don't like this.
Awesome Tom Savini effect there. With some reverse footage.
My favorite character's
sped
gone.
Up.
My favorite character's gone.
Ah, fuck him. He had to go, man.
He was not bad. That bad.
Now Jason's about to get his girl.
He could have totally changed his arc.
Well, he did kind of have an arc. He got laid.
I mean, he should have. He should have though. Then got attacked and realized what he was doing wasn't very humble, and change himself and survive.
But you were saying earlier about the way they were talking to each other. See, Ted was trying to motivate him. When he was calling him a dead fuck, I don't think he really believed that. I think he just he thought that his friend was maybe down in the dumps, because he had just been, whoa, all right, sorry, talking during another death here. It's a total stunt person. You can tell by the legs. But
wait, you said total stunt person?
Yeah, you can always notice it's like a dude's legs. Or like just a really beefed up chick.
I thought that was a beefed up chick.
Yeah.
No, wait, what are they talking about? So they're...
Okay, so...
They're starting to figure out what's going on?
Yeah, Rob Dyer has apparently been looking for his sister... who was Sandra from the second movie.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the chick from the second one who got impaled with a spear?
Hey, man.
Yeah, okay. But that was his sister.
Okay.
And so now he's looking for... The continuity's a little fucked up, but it works, story-wise.
It's a stretch, but you can make a connection.
Yeah, because part 2 technically happened just a couple days before this one. But he's acting like he's been looking for fucking Jason for years. It's kind of weird. But it works. I'm not going to criticize these movies too heavily as
Wasn't
far
there a
as
whole
that goes.
gimmick with Friday the 13th all the time or something? Wasn't there with that?
About how
some of these movies should have been on Friday the 16th.
Well, yeah, technically, because, you know, starting from the second one, it was supposed to be Friday the 13th. And then I think, no, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, from part 2 to 3 to this one, it's like all in one weekend. It's like part 2 was on Friday the 13th, and then part
Man, how
3
fast were
was
they
on
trying to
Saturday
crank
the
these
14th.
things out? Every year?
Every year, yeah.
Oh, can you imagine being on that set? I bet it was fucking cocaine fueled.
That's what I was going to say.
Or super stressed.
Every movie was dictated by cocaine back in this day. Like, you know that they wanted to pump these movies out, you know, churn them out, because these were massive profit machines. And I kind of miss these days. Like,
Dude, I wasn't able to watch this shit.
yeah, I know. I mean, I don't think at first my parents didn't want me to watch them, but they kind of warmed up to it because they knew I was going to watch them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And I like this part where the ass cheek presses up against the shower here.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what was the last...
Sex in the shower never is like what it is on TV.
No, it's not that
It's
sexy.
so fucking rough.
It's like,
It sucks.
yeah, dude, I know. I'm like slipping everywhere and like falling up against the wall and shit whenever I've tried.
Yeah, man. At 40, you just can't bend your legs or squat long enough to get in there. If you have like a 3x3 shower or something,
yeah.
Like it just doesn't work.
Do you ever try to pick her up?
No.
You ever do it that way?
No.
So Teddy's about to get it. I like how he's always carrying the teddy bear around with him too. That's like his date
he
for the
deserves
evening.
to get it because he was harassing the guy that should have survived.
Yeah, but I think deep down he's just kind of an insecure nerd, you know. He just wants to get high.
He's being mean.
Yeah, he just wants to get high and watch old, you know, stag films,
So
whatever they call them.
He's you.
Exactly.
I wonder who I'd be in here. Am I Crispin Glover?
I think.
Who would you have cast?
I think we are those guys.
Which personality would have best fit me? Hopefully, this one right here with this one mane. What did I just do?
You definitely would have been Crispin Glover just because of the dance shit, the goofy dance.
Yeah.
Now, I would like to say that I was this guy because he's smooth, he's handsome, and I would like to think that I'm him. But I think in reality, I'm fucking Ted.
Ted, the teddy bear
Yeah,
guy? Okay.
Yeah, I
think that's accurately a fair
Yeah.
assumption.
Well, yeah, because I picture myself as this dude, and I aspire to be that guy, but then I look in the mirror and I'm like, I'm fucking Ted.
Yeah, and I'm the one. I am the other guy, the Crispin Glover.
Yeah.
Because I'd be the one that finally did get laid,
Yes.
and then I would like totally start bragging about it
Yeah.
and get myself killed.
Exactly. And, you know.
Just that age-old question: if I didn't brag about it, would I have been killed?
Yeah,
It's
that's what I'm saying, man. I hate the whole like message that you know, when you have sex you die, though, because I don't think these movies were intentionally doing that, but that is the narrative that came after. I guess these movies were ingrained in pop culture.
Is this what you could say political pop culture was about? You know, they wanted to present, or
I think so, yeah. If you're talking about like that message in the 80s when like the post-AIDS era, or that was during
or
AIDS.
just like, you know, if you have sex you die.
Yeah. See, these movies are kind of moralistic tales to a degree, but I don't think some of them were overtly saying that, you know, if you fuck, you die. I think it was just teenagers having fun.
Do you even think they thought of it at the time?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they were overtly trying to espouse that, but like, I just think that that's what maybe some conservatives at the time were like, oh, these films are bad because, you know.
Dude, I totally think there needs to be a movie made kind of like this, but the like pot smoker like is the hero because he can outthink the villain.
Well, they kind of did that with The Cabin in the Woods, remember?
Yeah, but that movie
Remember
was
the stoner
depressing because it still ended negative. No matter what, have the actual pot smoker be the hero and save the day.
Yeah.
And that one didn't it still just summon doom?
Kind of had a little bit of a bleak ending, but yeah,
because it ended the world.
Yeah, but I'll be honest with you. When I first saw that movie, I didn't expect the stoner to be the guy that was figuring shit out. You know?
They
totally flipped that trope on you.
Mm-hmm. But like if you had a stoner and he was almost like an action hero.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That is interesting. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Who is this?
Kind of like Blunt Man and Chronic, you know? Oh, man, no.
But could you convert that into horror?
See, she should have lived. She didn't do anything wrong.
Which one's that?
Sarah. She didn't pop her cherry.
Dude, she's collateral damage, dude. She's Tom Hanks. Tom Hankster.
Never mind. Well, no. she.
I hope that makes sense later when you hear that.
I wasn't listening to you, but she fucked. She had sex. I forgot she had sex with him, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought she...
Rob Dyer is ready to go. Like now,
would that be the definition of a man's man in this movie?
Yeah, he's totally like beefed up and like he knows all about Jason. Even though,
he looks like a dad back then. It's not like he looks like the chiseled like super good looking dudes now. They have that natural dad look that could fight.
Yeah, well, and the reality of it is that he does look like a dad, but he's probably only like 24. That's how the dudes back in the 80s, man, they were like grown men by the time they were 20.
Yeah, and we're not grown men. Hell, I'm not a grown man, and I just hit 40.
I know. We're all like a bunch of fucking man children.
I may become a grown man at 80.
Dude, my dad even called me a man child. He did.
I guess you say he called it.
He did. He's like, I'm raising a man child over here. And I was like, damn right, Dad.
Dude, I think he was
I'm a Toys R Us kid, never growing up.
Nah, dude.
I think it's because You
watched all these movies, dude.
Well, and our childhoods were just different. Like, we were raised to have fun and play, you know? Whereas, like, people back in the day, they were raised to work from the time they were, like, 8 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it put hair on your chest. Gave you, like, a permanent grimace, like this dude.
Well, and these dudes look like... That dude looks like a real man.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if this was filmed now, it'd be like... Who would you get in there? Like, Jason Momoa going up through there?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a little too extreme, but that's the only name that popped in my head.
Yeah, I mean...
But he's going through here.
Well, but, you know, in a sense, though, I mean, you're right, because... I mean, I would think that's an extreme example, but when you talk about, like, the action stars of today, who do you have that looks relatively normal? Because if you think about it, they're dudes that they look pretty, their fucking face is all perfect, their abs are all, like, sculpted, their fucking muscles are just perfect.
The dude that just recently died, the Beethoven actor, he could have played probably a pretty decent, like, dad,
Charles
strong.
Grodin, rest in peace.
But you know, I think he could have played off a strong father figure.
Well, he did in Beethoven.
Yeah, but wasn't it kind of goofy? I'm talking about like straight laced, like horror.
Yeah, I don't even know if Charles Grodin did any horror movies. He was always just like the comedy guy.
I just feel like he has a character face that you would think it's like, oh, Leave It to Beaver. But what if he was really strong? Like, he converted his character and became the defender of the group.
That'd be interesting. Like, kind of like how they took Robin Williams and made him a psychopath in 1 Hour Photo. Is that?
Oh, dude, that movie was great.
Yeah. See, I like it when people play against type. Is that kind of what you're getting at? Like when you take a guy like Bob Saget, you know? Like, you kind of, like when we were young, we knew Bob Saget as the Full House guy, but then we see his stand-up comedy and we're like, fuck, this is how this dude really is.
Dude, what if Bob Saget played some kind of killer?
That would be interesting.
Like, what if he's like himself, but like,
oh, question. What do you think happened to Gordon here? Do you
is
think
Gordon the dog?
Yeah, do you think Gordon lived?
I don't know. Bring me back in.
Anyway, yeah.
Go, well, explain that scene. What happened? Just Gordon just jumped out the window.
Yeah, but we don't know why.
What was it showed before that? I was talking to you.
Well, it didn't really show anything. It just kind of like had a hallway with shadows, and then you hear the dog whimper, but you don't know what the dog's reacting to. And then all of a sudden, Gordon just shoots out the window. So it's like, did Gordon jump out of the window from fear, or did Jason throw Gordon out the window, and like the dog's dead? Because they don't show the dog dead.
Is this
so maybe the dog got away?
Is this a reoccurring theme in these Friday movies with
like,
dogs and not knowing if they're dead or whatnot?
There's like a certain ambiguity when it comes to dogs dying in these movies.
Dude, I have to hand it to Corey here. His character, what's his character's name?
Tommy Jarvis.
Thomas Jarvis here.
No, Tommy.
What did I say?
I don't know what you said, but it's Tommy.
Tommy Jarvis?
Yeah.
Well, my lower gum and top teeth are stuck together at this point now.
Yeah.
But he's kind of clever little kid, dude. He shaves his head, puts on that mask. He shaves his head. He doesn't use a mask, right?
Well, he's very resourceful, yeah.
Dude, he plays it, dude. He gets in there to the psyche of Jason.
He does. He figures it out. And that's what we were talking about earlier, how he's just a highly skilled kid. I like in this movie how Jason, like, he just, like, hangs everybody up like ornaments.
It's a very Texas Chainsaw thing to do, right?
Yeah. Kind of a Michael Myers thing to do, too.
What was Michael doing around here?
Well, you remember, like, in the first Halloween, he would, like, put the bodies in the closet, and he would,
and he
strategically place bodies just to scare people.
What happened? What? No.
Yeah, Rob's getting attacked, man. This is like a fucked up scene, but it's kind of funny because
this is the beefcake I thought that was going to take him on.
I really thought that Rob was going to live too, and when I first saw this movie, I was like, "Why is he not fighting him?"
Dude, that's a pretty. I don't remember that scene.
Yeah,
that was pretty. Dude, that was pretty rad, but hard.
Yeah, Rob doesn't last long.
I was talking about how masculine he looked, and then
yeah,
he went out
really quick.
A punk.
Yeah. He was like, Trish, he's killing me.
I mean, to all honesty, I would have probably been that same dude in that situation.
Yeah.
I would try, but Jason's gonna overmatch me.
Yeah. Jason outmatches everybody. Except for Corey Feldman.
But Corey Feldman, man, he does the psyche. He knows.
Gets in his head.
And then he kind of obsessed with Jason already, right?
He becomes obsessed with Jason.
Well, I just remember him talking, like, earlier in the movie, right, about his mask, or does he... he doesn't relate any of that to Jason then? Any of those scenes?
The only
thing, he foreshadows it later?
Well, the only thing he knows about Jason is what he reads from the newspaper clippings, which I don't even know why they have those. They got, like, mug shots of Jason and shit.
So he pretty much knows. So he's been studying him.
Yeah. Yeah, this is when the movie gets really good. And yeah, we haven't really talked about the stunt guy who plays Jason.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Ted
I
White.
was saving it for what's about to come up.
Yeah, because you're about to see him, like, full-fledged here.
So this is the most iconic Jason attack scene.
It's great. This
is the number one scene in all of the franchise for me.
As far as the sequence where he like busts through the
door. Whole sequence right here is the best sequences of all of them.
Dude, this is definitely in my top 10 favorite slashers of all time.
And like how he comes in here and commands. Remember, I asked you, I was like, "Is it Kane Hodder in this?" And you were like, "No, it's
Ted White."
And I was like, I would have not known that because he really carries himself really powerful, strong. He looks big. Like, I thought it was Kane Hodder.
Yeah, no.
But surprisingly not.
To me, Kane Hodder's just impersonating, like, C.J. Graham, Ted White, and Richard Brooker, and everybody that came before him.
Like, I think this guy, what's his name?
Ted White.
Ted White?
Yeah.
Is the best Jason.
He's good. He's good. You know,
he's my favorite.
He was so good that they asked him to come back for the sequels, but he turned them down.
Like, he is the scariest Jason. Look at him moving.
Well, he's running. He's like, actually, he ain't walking. He's running.
Like, this dude nailed him. How old is he still alive?
I think so.
Why does he not want to do one?
He's old as fuck, dude.
So he's in a wheelchair. What the fuck? Jason ages.
If Ted White is still alive, he's in his 90s for sure.
Well, we need some, and look at the energy brought to that.
Well, I think Kane Hodder is good at playing Jason. I just think that there were better Jasons that came before him.
Well, that guy was big, but Kane Hodder is big, but I feel like he walks a little, I don't know. I feel like there's a way he walks.
Well, the thing about Kane Hodder is that he's probably slightly shorter than Ted White, because Kane Hodder is stout, but it's like Ted White, I think, was really fucking tall, just like that Richard Brooker guy. They were like fucking super menacing. It's the stature, you know. It's like the physicality of it, because Kane Hodder is like really good with the movements and shit. But when you look at like part 3 and you look at part 4, they have like a presence. Like it's like this.
Oh, this dude is big, and he is forceful.
Fucking barrel chested, fucking dudes. And and they have like a.
He's on a mission.
Yeah. Yeah, and so is Trish. Jesus Christ. But
where do you rank this in Corey Feldman roles?
Oh, it's up there. I mean,
really?
It's definitely up there. Like, I mean,
has he really done that much?
No, but I would have to say that the stuff that Corey Feldman did in the '80s just probably ranks up there.
Was this first?
Best of his works.
Was this his first?
No, I don't know.
I wonder what his first role was.
Probably
because he seems a little young here. Because he does talk, but he also doesn't.
This may have been his first feature, but he was already, well, no, because he did the voice. Remember, he did some voice work in Fox and the Hound, which was before this.
I don't know. Tell me, Matt Penfield of the movies. Richard, the movies.
I'm trying to think.
Dude, I was trying to stroke your mental cock.
Yeah. Well, you got me thinking here, because he did some voice work in the Fox and the Hound.
That's a cartoon. That doesn't count.
It doesn't really count. I mean,
because I'm talking about seeing him acting.
He was in an episode of Cheers, I remember.
Let's move it to movies.
I mean, as far as like, movies.
I think his best movie is The Lost Boys.
Oh, I'd have to say Stand By Me.
Oh, yeah. Stand By Me, then Lost Boys.
I'd have to agree.
Lost Boys is one of my favorite movies, even though once I was made aware of all the Michael shit, it turned me off.
The what shit?
How often he says Michael.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that doesn't hurt the viewing of The Lost Boys for me.
Now, does this Jason here have any supernatural powers? Would you say?
No.
So he survived the axe hit.
Even if they hint at it, I don't think so.
Because the axe hit got him in the last one.
I mean, yeah, you could say that any normal man would have fucking died, but, you know, I guess it kind of hints at the supernatural.
Or did it just miss all his vital organs and he's just surviving?
Well, yeah, I mean...
When did they kill him? Because they bury him and bring him back later with electricity. Or has that already happened?
I mean, if you ask me, he's been dead this whole time.
You don't think right here is when he finally dies? Because it's the final chapter?
You could say that. I mean...
Like, he has a mortal wound, but...
But I don't know. I mean, it's like... A lot of people say that, okay, so this is the human Jason. Which I kind of think that too, but then I think, okay, well, he never really was human, because if he drowned in the lake in 1958, apparently, then he's a fucking ghost, or he's a member of the undead.
I didn't really take him as a member of the undead until they brought him back with lightning, like freaking.
Well, yeah. See, and that's
the Bride of Frankenstein.
Yeah, exactly. It's like.
And then what did they do to bring him out like as a zombie in, was it 6 or something?
Yeah, well, that's the one you're talking about where he gets.
I I'm sorry, this is the best fucking Jason. He seems like a real character.
I know.
He reacts like a real person.
Yeah, he really gets hurt and shit.
Oh, dude, look at him. He's already like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna school this dude. I've got my psychic brain powers.
Do you remember in part 3 when like Jason was getting hurt too? He growled and he even made a noise there. Jason grunts. Jason growls.
Now, what do you think about when they take off this mask here in a second?
Oh, I love it.
Really? I'm gonna have to remember because sometimes I think I might be a little harsh on this.
No, surely not.
Now,
This was Tom Savini's makeup, man. This was how Jason is supposed to look. Because he actually took the design from the first movie and just made it look more adult.
if this is the part I think it is,
Well,
hopefully it's not. Maybe they do this in another one that I'm thinking about.
Think about how many times he's had his mask removed, though. You may be thinking about another one.
That's what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, because his face, this movie right here, I think he looks at it. This definitely looks the best, like in my opinion.
Dude, Corey Feldman had the best childhood, right?
You would think that, but apparently his childhood fucked him up.
But
So
like,
I don't know
he
what
is
kind
part of the most iconic movies.
Yeah, well, as far as that goes, yeah, I'm sure he had fun making the movies, but like all that Illuminati shit he was probably exposed to, like, probably fucked him up for life. Okay, so this is like, yeah, you're about to see the face here.
Yeah, there's one face I'm not a big fan of.
See, that's pretty gnarly.
I don't know. I guess I wish they would have put some of that stuff on it that made it look like
Slimier.
sweaty or slimy. It looks a little too dry for me.
Like nitroglycerin or something, or whatever it is. Or
Yeah, it just looked too dry. It would have given it like more
it's
of
not,
a.
It's not nitroglycerin. What is that? What is that shit they use?
I don't know. People leave it in the comment, whatever, if you know what it is. But it just makes the mask look slimy.
Yeah, but you're also seeing the movie in 1080p, high def.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I love the way his face looks in it. You'd probably have to see the way his face looked in the other movies because the other people, like, dude, in part 8, he looks horrible.
Yeah, and see, I may be thinking of one of those. But see, right here, I could have said, okay, he took that axe hit, and maybe it didn't fucking totally damage his brain to kill. Because, you hear stories of all these people getting stabbed in the head with all these knives, and they pull them out, and they're like... But then this right here... They fight him finally, and that fucking blade just goes through his head, and he's toast. And that's why it's the final chapter. It's over.
He's not dead. I mean, this is pretty much what takes him out.
Oh, well, I guess I just fucking forgot about this.
Yeah, Tommy.
Look at him.
Tommy goes fucking ham right here.
But either which way, he finally dies here. That's why it's the final chapter. Everything after, they had to... From that moment on, they rose him from the dead.
He dies temporarily. I'm not going to say he dies, but I know what you mean, though, because in part 6, he gets revived by electricity. So,
see,
he was buried underground.
See, I take him up to the first one through 4, that he's an actual human being, and he potentially survived the accident.
I'm with you, because, yeah, it's like...
He's still human to me.
Yeah, and I don't even really like calling him a zombie. I used to say zombie Jason all the time, but in part 6, he's more of just like the undead.
Yeah, but because one of them he's brought back by lightning, right?
That's part 6. Yeah.
That's where Tommy Jarvis, not that one, comes back in there in the graveyard.
Yeah.
And then which one was it where he's brought back by electricity because he was in the water?
That's same. Oh, in the water?
Yeah, that's part 8, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I think.
Yeah.
So see, he's undead now, and he was brought back by electricity, like almost like the bride.
I like how he was. Yeah, I like how he was resurrected in the 7th one from the telekinetic powers.
Yeah. See, that was the actual. I think he was actually human 1 through 4.
Yeah, I'd like to think that too, because it's like in the first 4, he's just a mongoloid backwoods dude.
Mm-hmm. He lived. He went. Hell, he may not have drowned. He may have. People thought he drowned and he ran off into the woods.
Could have swam to safety,
Mm-hmm.
But
But somehow he's alive.
The thing I hate about that, though, if you want to know the honest truth, is it sort of defeats the purpose of the plot of the first one. Because why is Mrs. Voorhees trying to get revenge for a son who's not officially dead?
What if she thought he was dead? Maybe she abused him because he was a mongoloid. So
she may not have known. I mean,
yeah, and
I don't know. I mean, I guess that's the way you could validate.
I'm
it.
too high to connect the dots to even.
You could totally validate that argument by saying that, because I mean, she technically wouldn't know if he did survive.
Fuck! I just dropped the lighter in the bong.
Oh, you son of a bitch! Well, here we are with while Chad does that. Here we are in the.
I need some like tweezers.
The closing credits of Friday the 13th Part 4. And we're about to move into the review section of this show.
Well, okay. Well, you're gonna have to.
Are you okay over there?
No, I do like tweezers. Okay, so
but I think everybody kind of knows how we feel about this movie just because we jizzed all over it through the whole episode. We didn't really. I don't feel like we really talked about the movie that much, but.
What are you talking about? We talked about that movie all the way through. I thought that was a very interesting.
I suppose we did.
Conversations and learning.
Oh yeah. I mean, we did.
I had an amazing time.
Yeah, it was awesome. I just, this movie. I'll put it to you like this. Like I told you earlier, it kind of washes over me. Mm-hmm. So I feel like I wasn't.
How many times have you seen this?
Oh, dude, this probably makes like the 150th time.
See, jeez.
Yeah, it's a movie that kind of just washes over me, and I can't actively watch it because it just like it's like a lullaby,
Right.
But I just saw where Kevin Yeager worked on this movie. But yeah, I will go ahead and I will give you my thoughts.
You got a lighter over there?
I do have a lighter. Hang on.
Until I can
entertain these folks while I get your lighter.
What was the last statement you said?
I don't know.
Dun. What was it you last said?
I was going into my review section.
Oh, I thought you. Okay. Well, I guess I didn't hear the first part.
Yeah, I was moving on to the review part.
Okay.
So basically, just to give you my final thoughts for the final chapter. I love the movie. It's. To me, like I said, it's one of the best slashers of the 80s. It sort of encompasses everything that we love about slashers. You have high body count. You have special effects by Tom Savini. You have the sex-crazed teenagers dying at a party. And also, one thing I like about this movie is that it sort of incorporates the family element into it, like with the Jarvises. I thought that kind of added something.
You know what that always reminds me of? It's like they add a sprinkle of Spielberg in there.
Yeah. I think every movie reminds you of Spielberg.
Dude. But when they had that family vibe, he was really good at making family vibes.
Yeah,
and,
he was.
And Macaulay Culkin and his mom were really good. It's almost like the family in fucking Poltergeist.
You said Macaulay Culkin. But I know who you're talking about.
Wait, no. Well, then who was I talking about?
Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman.
Yeah.
Macaulay Culkin. There's no way I said Macaulay Culkin.
You said Macaulay Culkin.
Dude, if I say Macaulay Culkin, or did I? Let us know in the comments.
Please do. You know I'm right.
Because I never listen to these things backwards.
Well, I hope not. Are you trying to fucking...
Wait, that might be something interesting.
Resurrect a demon or something?
Okay, so, all right. So your review, you done or continue? Did I interrupt you?
I would like to finish.
Okay, let me.
But okay, well, I mean, I kind of summed it up.
I'll pull my cock out of your mouth.
Thank you.
Okay,
but you can put it back in as soon as we're done.
All right.
But to sum everything up, I kind of like summed everything up in generalities. I will say, I mean, there's not really, you can't like go into depth. Now, I will talk about the characters because I do like Lawrence Monason, Crispin Glover.
This one had characters. Like I said in Nightmare 3, those were the first time I really liked the characters in them.
Yes, but see, these characters, aren't as likable as Nightmare 3, because in Nightmare 3 you could kind of empathize with their plight, so to speak. In this movie, you kind of want them to die, but at the same time, they're interesting characters. See, I think this movie...
But what was their worst sin? Sex and drugs?
Yeah.
How many of them died from drugs?
But those are the rules of the slasher, man.
Yeah.
You gotta go.
I know.
You have sex, you die. But
that's so sad. You know what that's kind of saying now. Maybe it's because I'm too high, but if you have sex, you die. So pretty much that's like men who have sex are then castrated.
I think that's the...
Can you make that connection?
That's the...
Am I bringing it down, slamming this mound of educational...
I think that's an assumption.
Universal flow.
I think that's an assumption, but I don't think that's the ultimate message that they're trying to put out. I just think that's what everybody kind of assumes. But regardless, I mean, it fits the narrative, because you can say that, like, these kids are just having promiscuous sex, and, you know, these movies always did involve drugs. But again, I just think that's like a coincidence, because to me they're just having fun. But that does make it more fun. You can't have a movie about teenagers and not have them do that. That's what they do.
Well, I sorry to interrupt you.
Oh, that's okay.
Well, I just want to expound on that part. Like, I wasn't allowed to watch this stuff, so whenever I watched it, it was like, you know, I think we subconsciously took that in, that like the people that were having sex and were doing drugs were getting killed.
Yeah.
Well, you know, I grew up straight
That's
laced.
Because we were raised in the conservative 80s.
I struggled. Like, I was not going to have sex, dude. It was like the AIDS movement and stuff. I was scared. You know, and then like, so these things are all like, you have sex, you die. Mm-hmm, you do drugs, you die. You know, they were talking about, what was it? Don't lick blue stamps because it could be LSD. Like,
I don't know about that, but yeah.
I mean, there was a lot of crazy stories.
There probably, I mean, I do remember like in 4th grade, they were telling us to abstain from everything.
Yeah.
They were like, dude, the ultimate fucking thing is abstinence. Remember when they said the only foolproof method is abstinence? We were like, but what do we can't even have a little bit of that? Yeah. Like, we can't have just a little bit of drugs, a little bit of vagina. Like,
you want to know what changed my experience with weed?
What's that?
The re-release
hanging out with awesome people?
No, the re-release of Reefer Madness, and just understanding the story and seeing how it's told. Dude, that is such a true story. You know, it was so...
I don't even remember it.
It's just bullshit crazy.
It's like, propaganda, but
you're right.
Yeah.
How did we get to that off of Friday the 13th? I don't know.
I don't know.
But you could thank my, like, this 2-foot bong.
I would like to give these people my rating.
Okay, yeah. Finish up. Give me your number. But there's... after you give me your number, I want to talk to you.
You're so expedient.
I'm so excited. Dude, I'm so high. I'm excited.
You're like, so hyper.
Well, yeah. What is it? You know, you smoke, I get hyper. You know, it's just like, I'm on fire.
Okay, I'll just say that I give this a 4 out of 5. 4 popcorn kernels, solid. I think the only other thing I was going to say was, I think I just want to talk about the actors, and that's mainly probably the biggest highlight for me, are the not so much the performances. I'm not saying they're bad, but I will say the actors, just these actors. Like, I like all these characters, but that's because I find them kind of interesting more than I do the other Friday the 13th films.
I agree.
That being said, I'm not going to say they're like relatable or even likable, but they're more interesting, and because they actually they feel like flesh and blood characters, because you actually
flesh and butt,
flesh and blood. Yeah, see, your highness is rubbing off on me. but I like, you have the Sarah chick who's like trying to get laid too, and but she feels like a real character. She feels like, you know, kind of vulnerable, and you can identify with her even if you can't totally relate.
Was it her first time?
Yeah, and it's like,
right.
When I watch all the other movies, like, you know, when I watch part 3, especially like when I will say more part 3 than part 2. Like in part 2, they kind of feel like normal people, and then they just kind of get really obnoxious, and it's just all about sex. and then in part 3, you kind of have like the pothead characters. Okay, and you have the pothead characters and Shelly. Remember Shelly? That dickhead?
Dude, Shelly was a dude.
Shelly,
I love playing Shelby on the Friday the 13th game, man. He's great.
Yeah. Oh, Shelly's awesome, but he wasn't. He was kind of
Shelby.
like
Yeah, I'm calling him a Mustang. It's like,
but he was a he was a cartoonish character, I guess, and because you had like Andy the jock, and then you had the pothead characters, the Cheech and Chong hippies. But I don't know. I feel like this movie just kind of grounded things a little more. But let's move into your review, sir.
Well, hold on. I wanted to ask you, what do you think about the writing?
I honestly don't think about it that much because, like, I don't really think of this movie in terms of like screenplay format, but now
dialogue and stuff. Like,
I mean, now that you mention it, yeah, it's like
I want you to delve deeper. I want to know what you think, like the writing.
I don't think it's bad because I think they just kind of took like everything else that made the previous movies successful and just kind of copied it. But the characters, the one thing that like makes all the difference is just the way people interact with each other, the family
dynamic
thing. Yeah, like I like
Spielberg.
Yeah, I like that, and these characters just feel more real. Because in terms of story, I'm not gonna say it changes much from the other Friday films, but like dialogue's okay. It's just kind of like typical sex-starved 80s dialogue, that general parlance. But like writing-wise, I don't think it's shit because I've actually watched a lot of other slashers compared to this one, and they don't hold up very good.
Yeah,
at
this
all.
one's got clever scenes that lead to clever deaths.
Yeah,
like this is really cleverly set up.
Yeah, and they're not overly gratuitous either or like graphic, because whereas this movie does have graphic violence, it also like kind of the way it films. Like remember that they just showed like the shadow of the girl who got hit by the spear. It kind of does it a little stylishly. It's not like every death was completely grotesque. Like when you saw Jimbo die, that was kind of a shocker because all the other deaths were kind of not tame, but just kind of like they would cut away from them, I guess.
Well, what about direction?
Direction was pretty solid, but I like Joe Zito. I think he really can't do any wrong.
Yeah, I like a lot of the shot selection. Oh, I love everything as soon as he comes into the cabin.
Yeah,
busting the cabin.
One thing I will say about the direction, from what I remember, is that the camera moves a lot more in this one. Whereas, like, it seems like not that.
So it's almost like an action horror film.
Yeah, it's because Joe Zito, like, he did Missing in Action, the Chuck Norris film. Like, it seems like Joe Zito. When I'm going by memory here, but like, if I remember certain shots from this movie compared to the previous Friday the 13th films, the camera is not moving that much. And if it is, it's just like slight pans, almost like they shot it on sticks or something. But this movie feels like it has more of the steady cam and like maybe, jib shots. There's that fucking shot at the beginning that where I said like the Michael Bay high budget look because they used like a fucking crane. This movie just feels like it elevated things in terms of budget and style.
Right.
But yeah, your thoughts, sir?
I like it. This is a blast. This is like my favorite.
Yeah.
I respect one for what it is, but like I put it's an own category, and then I put these. So this is of the Friday the 13th with the Jason. It's the lead. Yeah. This is the best one. But then I also like the one 7 with the telepath. As soon as I had seen it a long time ago because I had the collection. Yeah. And I never realized it was like a telepath. And then when finally I got high one night and was like, oh, it's like a fucking telepath or mutant because, comic books are all in the universe now.
I mean, you could have taken the X-Men approach with it.
Well, I guess I would have probably never seen it had we've not had the last 10 years been beaten over the head by Marvel movies.
Yeah, totally.
But dude, I like the shots. I like the competition. I like the score. I'd probably give it a 4.5.
Wow.
I really like this one. And this Jason, to me, I'm sorry, Kane, but this guy really embodies what scared me as a child. I think this may have been one of the first Friday the 13th movies I saw at like a birthday parties. And so it's a really wild, and him busting in was a really big impression.
I think part 3 was one of the first ones I saw. But it was around this time, you know.
So this one, I think, has a little, I guess it's unfair, but is it nostalgia?
It's not unfair. I mean, because I will say this movie is probably better directed and, well written compared to some of the other ones.
I like the DP. Like, I like the way it looks and everything.
Yeah. And I agree with you about Kane Hodder. I feel like people kind of like, they elevate Kane Hodder to such a degree just because he has been Jason more than anybody else. But like, no, I'm with you as far as like Ted White, the way he plays him stunt wise. Like, he fucking like throws himself into the role.
He's like the real last human. Like, Kane Hodder is,
and he's running and shit. Kane Hodder just walked. Remember?
Right, and he's all big and bulky. But how's he brought back in the next one? Is the next one a Kane Hodder one?
No, C.J. Graham played him in part 6. If you'll remember, part 5 was the imposter. So,
okay. Then after that,
part 6 when he was revived by the lightning.
He comes back, but it's not Corey Feldman. Tommy Jarvis comes back.
It's Tom Matthews,
and it's like a whole Frankenstein thing that they bring back.
Yeah.
So from that moment on, he's undead.
Pretty much, yeah.
But yeah, this is my favorite one. 4.5.
Nice.
It's the best of the series for me. I hate to say it.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite Jason film, but it's not my favorite Friday the 13th.
Well, see, here's the problem, man.
Ain't no problem.
Yeah, here we go. I'm gonna make him. I'm gonna make him start sweating. But I think this one is more entertaining because the first one is a little slow.
Yes, I will agree that the first one is slow, but it's building suspense the whole time.
Right, and I agree. But I think I totally agree. But I just have such fond feelings over this one.
Well, this one's fun as shit.
This
one fucking.
What year was this made? How much cocaine was on the scene?
Probably a lot.
But
copious amounts of coke. This was 84, man. This was like I said, when movies were dictated by the blow.
Yeah, and I don't really have much more to say on this.
What else can we say? I mean,
like, subscribe, share,
stab that like button, folks.
Come, my baby, come, my baby.
Yeah,
see my butterfly.
Yeah, there you go. And stay tuned for more episodes coming soon, because we haven't done all of the Jason movies. We still have more to do in this series. We don't want to completely blow our load on them yet. But
comment, let us know. Maybe give us some sex sessions.
Give us some sexy comments. Is that what you're trying to say?
No. Suggestions.
Yes,
I said sex suggestions.
Yeah, because if you guys don't start giving us suggestions, we're eventually going to run out of movies to watch, and we don't want that.
I mean, it would be interesting. I'm pretty much he has everything.
I've got it all. Yeah. Have an endless selection of movies. So you guys,
if he doesn't, he will look for it, I bet.
Yeah, drop a fucking recommendation in the comments and say, hey guys, watch this movie, or you're going to lose fucking, a subscriber out of the 100 that you have now.
Should we totally, do we need to add a date to it?
No, let's not do that shit.
Okay, so all the way up to present?
We're not at Patreon level yet.
So all the way to, so it could be anywhere between what we grew up on to now.
Yeah, I mean, so far we haven't really established any rules. It's like we kind of get this feeling, and then we just watch it. Mm. Although I will say that the majority of our episodes have been kind of older.
I have a fondness, yeah.
But who knows? We might get into some A24 shit here soon.
Oh yeah, Father's Day.
Yeah.
Woo!
Wait, what?
Oh, that's not A24. That's Astron.
It's like
Astron.
trauma, man.
No,
It's like the
Astron
antithesis
6.
of A24.
No, it's Astron 26, right? Or
Astron 6, yeah. But anyway, we appreciate you guys. This has been Friday the 13th, the final chapter. You've been listening to Dick and the Chad with Popcorn on the Macabre, and we'll see you guys on the next film.
Signing off.